at InRavio.com. You're watching In or Out, pun intended. Guys, I have an awesome show for us today. I'm really excited. We have huge entertainment news. It's kind of going to be like a music theme for the day. You'll see why. We have huge names calling in today. One that I've been telling you guys about for the past like 48 hours, Reina, is going to be calling in, letting us know what's going on with her music career, some of her greatest hits. We're going to be talking about, I've been singing them all day. No One's Going to Change You, Find Another Woman, jams, huge jams. So we're going to have her calling into the studio today. We're going to get an update on her. Also, we're going to continue with Matt's single. So we have Christine and Bonnie giving advice. We got some awkward dating advice, things to do, things not to do while you're single. Also, it's Memorial Day weekend. It's a weekend that we remember those that we've lost in our armed forces over the years. But for most of us, we just party and celebrate. So I have a lot of events going on Long Island this weekend that I want to tell you about. Everything you can imagine. Also, tonight, I will be at 89 North in Patchogue, New York, on Long Island, for the Long Island Music Festival. There's going to be about, I think it's like 10 bands performing, and I'll be one of the judges, so I'd love to see you guys if you want to come out. I start at 8:30, so it gives you enough time after this show to blank, shower, and shave, and get your butts to 89 North in Patchogue. Also, of course, as always, we have an out hole of the week. Guys, you're going to love this one. It might sound familiar to you, but this one definitely needed a second week on our out hole of the week. Guys, as always, we want you in the chat box. I love seeing you guys in there, so please feel free to write your questions in there. I can see them right up there, and we can get your questions answered live by Reina when she calls in a few. Also, if you're on Twitter, be sure to use hashtag pun intended, all one word. I'll be checking my Twitter feed and looking for those hashtags if you guys want to tweet us that way. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at onlymattmartin. Tweet me, let me know your questions, your concerns. If you have a comment, please let me know. But I love seeing you guys in the chat box. Let everybody know you're watching right now in Guys, we're going to go. We're going to come right back. We're going to get ready to go. Oh my goodness, it's Friday. I'm tongue-tied. So we're going to get right into entertainment news, and then we're going to have Reina, Matt's single, Long Island events, the out hole of the week. I'm excited. I hope you are. Guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. I'll be right back. You're watching In or Out, pun intended, here on InRavio.com. Okay. Oh, no. Hi, guys. I'm back. Sorry, we had a little technical difficulty. My mic pack decided to say. Okay, so we got some entertainment news for you that has been in the news all week, and I'm keeping it music themed because we have the great and powerful Reina on. But some of these stories really cracked me up. One of our favorites, Billy Joel, a local Long Islander, he just did this huge article for the New York Times, and this article has been 10 things we learned from Billy Joel's big New York Times magazine interview. It was actually on popwatch.com, part of Entertainment Weekly, and basically they kind of ripped him to shreds. He thinks Elton John has mom hair. Billy Joel shows he used to be a little more exciting. Mozart pisses him off. He's not too keen on record companies. He calls himself the Nikon of rock and roll. I mean, it goes on and on and on. He even said he really, really hated going on Oprah in 2008. Like, dude, just if this is what you need to get back into the public eye, calm down. Because the last time you had a hit was in 1993 with River of Dreams, if anybody remembers. In the middle of the night. Listen, I was not walking in my sleep thinking of you. I'll tell you that right now. So I don't know. Like, I remember he was going to stop touring. Then he was going to go into country music. Now I have no idea what the heck he's talking about. So, Billy Joel, I wish you the best of luck. Please stop making Long Island look like an idiot. Thanks. Moving on. Okay, so rapper Tim Dog. I honestly do not know who this man is, but here's the graphic. He reportedly faked his own death to avoid paying thousands of dollars in restitution. This is like beyond me, like completely outrageous. I am in total awe. Guys, does anybody know who rapper Timothy Blair, better known as Tim Dog, is? If you do, please let me know in the chat room because I have no idea. But 2 years ago, he reportedly pleaded guilty to grand larceny for defrauding Pilgrim, KABC has previously reported. The two met through an online dating site when he scammed her into thinking he needed investors to restart his music career. This left Pilgrim with $32,000 in credit card debt. A judge ordered him to pay her $19,000 in restitution within 5 years of his probation period. Then he allegedly owed upwards of $2 million to other people he allegedly scammed around the world. So this guy isn't really known for his rapping. He's really known for, I guess, putting on the charm to get money to finance his music career. I mean, this is pretty sad. But wait, this is what I want to know. In the eyes of law, until he is proven dead, they have to treat it as if he is alive. And if he is in contempt of court because he is not making his monthly payments, it's not really about the money. This affected him long-term, financially, emotionally, physically, and everything, is what he has to say about this. Dude, but you faked your own death. So, and you thought, you know, you're this notorious rapper. What are you going to do, move to Zimbabwe? Like, for real. All right, another dirt. All right, now this one cracks me up, okay? I love Bon Jovi. I love everything about them. I'm always living on a prayer. I'm always right on top of it. You know how much, or my opinion, guys, from everyone that's been watching over the weeks, my opinion of Sir Justin Bieber. You know, whatever. But apparently, Bon Jovi spoke up this week about his behavior and publicly called him a blank hole. I think it's pretty awesome. I mean, pretty awesome. The reason he called him an a-hole was, yes, thank you. Studio audience agrees. Thank you. Exactly. Oh, guys, by the way, if you want tickets to be in our studio audience and join everyone live, you can email me at talkshow@onlymattmartin.com. Tickets are free. We're here on Long Island. We'd love to have you as well. Anyway, so, yeah, Bon Jovi called Justin Bieber an a-hole because Bieber was recently in London at that huge theater that he went to. Sold it out, of course, because of all the Beliebers. He made them wait 80 minutes before he came on stage. And supposedly his excuse was controversial technical difficulties. Okay, what is a controversial technical difficulty? The controversy is Bieber was probably drinking or smoking or riding his skateboard around, or what do they call those things, Christine, where you like stand and... Segways, thank you. Because we know he loves those on while he's on tour. He needs to, like, cut it out, get over it, grow up. And you know what Bon Jovi said? Listen, if it happened once, it happens once. But if he does this again, then he truly is an a-hole. And you know what? I agree. I mean, listen, you have all these fans, all these people that spent a buttload of money to see you lip sync live. It's about time you should start your shows on time. Half of them are 13 years old. They got a bedtime, dude. All right, I can't. Like, I can go on and on and on, as you all know. But we have a big show. I have an amazing guest. She's coming up next. Guys, we're going to come back, a quick commercial break, and then I have Reina coming live on the phone to give us all the gossip and the amazing career advice that she can give us. She's a true inspiration for me. Her music has been anthems for years. I am thrilled and honored to have her on the show today. Guys, so stay tuned. If you have any questions, feel free to type them up in the chat box, and I'll be sure to ask the questions live for you. So we'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching In or Out, pun intended, here on InRavio.com.
InRavio.com.
Stop putting it off and start painting it up today at Ben's Paint Station, featuring Benjamin Moore paints, Sickens, wood finishes, paints, and professional paint supplies, ideal for contractors and homeowners, stain paints and epoxies, family owned and operating, in business for over 55 years, professional and experienced help, located at 2 locations, 55B Route 25, Quorum, Long Island, New York, and 1495 Plaza, Montauk Highway, Mastic, New York. Call them at 775-7435 and 775-8135. Ben's Paint Station, featuring Benjamin Moore Paints. Log on to the InRavio advertisers page today.
East End Screen Printing and Embroidery. Shirts for as low as $3 with print. 631-281-TEES. That's 631-281-TEES. 1355F Montauk Highway, Mastic, Long Island, New York. Go to eastendssilkscreenprinting.com for more info.
InRavio.com. The future of radio is now in radio.
Hey guys, this is Bonnie from Two Guys and a Chick Show. Watch us Wednesday night, 7 to 9 Eastern Time, where we talk about stupid news, email bag, and all-around BS. Two Guys and a Chick Show on InRavio.com, broadcasting to the world.
Sud City Car Wash, Montauk Highway in Mastic, Long Island, New York. $9.99 early bird special Monday through Thursday, 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. Phone 395-6114. Sud City Car Wash. Hand washes, hand waxes, and detailing. Interior cleaning, brushless, car wash club. Simonized products. Sud City Car Wash. Montauk Highway in Mastic, Long Island, New York.
Okay, you've heard her sing, and now homegirl Reina is making her album debut with her first CD, This Is Reina.
Here's a young lady who comes from one of my old neighborhoods in the Bronx,
That's
Castle Hill. Now she's made it to the top of the Billboard charts, here to perform her latest hit song, If I Close My Eyes. The dance hall diva, Reina.
Coming up on Good Day Atlanta, Reina joins us live with more on her big hit on the dance charts and sudden stardom. Our next guest has been called the new school Donna Summer. The dance club crowd has been grooving to her powerful vocals for years now, and you'll be a fan too once you hear her debut CD. This is Reina.
I'm trying to go, but sometimes I lose it. When I see your face, you're making this hard, but I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna walk out the door, I can't take anymore. Gotta get away, get you out of my mind. I'll do better next time. There's nothing left to say. Out on a dance floor with the night.
know Reina used to swim at the Castle Hill pool.
Shut up!
Yes, absolutely. You know, you hear that music, and I think of someone that reminds me of you, Donna Summer, the way you
Oh my God.
hitting that beat. You know,
How awesome was that video? Guys, that is Reina's promo video. You can find it on youtube.com right now. Reina, we have you on the phone, I believe. Yes? Reina, are you there? Hello, Reina. I don't hear her. Reina, you there? We had her.
Hello?
Oh, yeah, there we
Do you hear me?
go.
Do you hear me? Okay.
Yes, hi, sweetie, how are you?
I'm good, doll. How are you?
Good, thanks so much for calling in and being a guest on my show today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. It's my pleasure.
Okay, so I've been a fan of yours for probably at least a decade now, from
Oh my
your
God.
smash hit, No One's Gonna Change You, and then Find Another Woman. We're actually going to play No One's Gonna Change You underneath this interview right now. I remember you performing it at Lux years ago at the gay clubs. It's like my jam.
Thank you.
Now, that song, like, just went crazy. It just blew up everywhere.
Yeah, I was very lucky. John Kino wrote a beautiful song, and final production was, of course, the masterful Jonathan Peters. So, and Tony Coluccio, of course, as well, his partner. But
Now, if
it
I
was
read
an amazing
correctly,
song.
it went to number 14 on the Billboard dance charts.
I think it was a little higher, and I know it was on the Hot 100 as well.
Yeah, I know you were number 1 on the Hot 100.
Yeah, it was moving. It was
Was it like a whirlwind? Did it just happen like overnight?
You know, it's so funny. I guess being the artist, being with the project from, you know, from the very beginning, from the inception of it, so it was kind of like, it didn't seem like it was overnight, but for everyone else watching, from the outside looking in, it seemed like, oh my God, it just hit so quickly. But, you know, it's, there were a lot of things that kind of took place behind the scenes. There were label changes, there was productions being done, and you know, it was just a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes with the song, but
Right.
ultimately it just turned to be like this monster that was like an undeniable hit, and I just feel very blessed
Awesome.
to have had that song. Yeah.
Now, what did you have any? We've actually have somebody in the chat box. They said, Reina, what inspires you when you write songs?
Everything and everyone around me. It doesn't
That's
necessarily
awesome.
have to be something that I'm going through. It can be someone that I'm talking to, or something that I've seen or that I've read that just kind of strikes a chord with me, and I just go from there.
And now another huge hit that you had was Love of My Life with Lucas Prada.
Mm-hmm.
That's an amazing collaboration right there. How did that come to? Was it your Latin roots?
Yeah. Well, I am part Cuban, and he's Cuban as well. So,
Right.
But no, I don't think it had anything to do with that. You know, at that time when that song, when our labels, he was on Ultra and I was on Robbins, it was kind of like, you know, you two are the hottest things, you know, on dance radio right now. How about you guys get together and do a collaboration? And of course, you know, Lucas and I are friends, so it just seemed like, yeah, it was a no-brainer, you know?
Absolutely.
And Janice Robinson wrote, and she writes amazing songs. You know, I've recorded several of her songs, and they've, like, moved everywhere on the charts. And Jack Elliott did the production, and Lucas and I actually flew out to Orlando to record that.
Wow.
And it was a great experience, and he's a lot of fun to work with. And it was just a great song, and I love performing with him because it's like performing with my brother. I mean,
Right.
I know that they were like, there was a certain point in time that there was like rumors going around. It was funny because I was really close with his girlfriend at the time, and who's still like my best friend now. And she's like, you know, people always come up to me, you know, did you date him after you broke up with Reina? And I'm like, when did that ever happen? Like, what are you talking? And it's so funny how people will start rumors from just what they see and what they think. It's
Right.
happening because, you know, again, he and I have like this kind of playful, like flirty banter on stage. But, you know, we're performing. We're supposed to have that.
Right, of course.
It's not an I hate you song. It's an I love you song.
Right,
So it's
exactly.
kinda like,
Love
you
of
know.
my life. Hello.
So, I guess just from us having that kind of like way with each other on stage, people took it and ran with it, and they created so many different scenarios. And we sat back and we just laughed at the different things that we would hear.
It's like, guys, it's like my little brother. Calm down.
Seriously, he really is. I'm like, I don't even see him in that way at all.
Now, you had mentioned you have Cuban background. Was that a huge influence in your music?
Well, I am multiracial as well. So, I mean, it's not something that I would necessarily just say, okay, I have to do the song because of this and that song because of that. It's just, I embrace all that I am.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, if something hits me, and it has to hit me emotionally first, and, I really have to feel it for me to record it. That's why I just can't record any old song, and I just wouldn't, because that's just not me as a person and not me as an artist. Like, I would want to do something that means something to me. Even if it's a party song, it's got to mean something to you. You know what I mean? I just couldn't sing anything any kind of lyric that's empty.
Now, is that why, if we could put up the album cover image, guys, is that why you named the album This Is Reina?
Well, it was funny because we did a photo shoot, and we had the hair and the makeup and the this and that and the other. And the label was like, we don't like any of these pictures. This is not you. They're like, this is not Reina. It just needs to be Reina. And so the pictures that you see there, it's just like me doing my own makeup and my own hair. And just got a bunch of my sister who, was my stylist at the time. We just pulled a bunch of things that I had and just went in with the photographer. And it was just, the three of us in the room. And those pictures just seemed the most organic, and they just seemed just me. You know what I mean? So it was like, out of that whole kind of like, you just need to be yourself. That's where the kind of like, This Is Reina was kind of just born.
Okay. Now, what's interesting is I've known of you for about 10 years, like I said before, and then finally I got to meet you face to face. Christine, you have the graphic of all of us together. I was hosting New York Fashion Week 2 years ago for Lisa Maria's Fur Line, and you happened to be one of the VIP guests. And then here's the picture. They got all of us up there. We got Christina from Bad Girls Club, Jeff Miranda, you. I can't remember who the guy is in the middle, but that's okay. Adam Barta, who's a good friend of both of ours and a client of mine, and then myself. Yes. And it was so funny because I'm like, I know you. And she's like, you look familiar. And then I'm like, I'm that crazy gay publicist. And she's like, I know who you are.
Boom, that's it.
That was it. Connection. And now, to move from that, then I saw you last year at the Imperial Court of New York's Night of 1,000 Gowns annual gala, where you performed as well.
Yes.
Rocked the house. I was like, thank God for the open bar, but I was like dancing on while you're on the stage. But you support the LGBT community. You're a huge advocate, which I truly appreciate from the bottom of my heart. But what made you, decide, you wanted to attach yourself to that?
Because, for me, people are people. I don't think that, it's just so hard for people to say, oh, because of this, because of that. For me, again, love is love, and people are people. So it's just like, I support just life and living and just being and growing. And attaching myself to, the LGBT community. Most of my fans come from that. And so,
I'm one. Party of one right here.
So when I first started performing, that was my core audience. That was who I would see every weekend. And it went from just being, this is the LGBT, this is like the community. These became my fans and my friends. And so the support just spawned from there. So it's more out of love and support and
giving back to your supporters.
Just caring about people living and loving and just being.
Now, you recently posted a picture on your Facebook, actually today. We all love and adore Mariah Carey, the diva-licious that she is.
Yes.
This is actually a fabulous picture of you. I'm obsessed with your shawl. But
thank you.
You're welcome. Now, this was a few years back. I believe you were telling me the Emancipation of Mimi album came out.
Yes.
So you got to tell me how this.
Hello?
Hello, you there?
Yeah, okay, I got
Okay.
you. Okay, so I was very, very close with everybody at KTU. And I was listening one morning when Balthasar and Goomba and Cindy and Speedy were doing this whole thing, and they were interviewing her.
Okay.
And they had mentioned, I think it was later on that night, or it was maybe later on in the week or whatever, they were doing like a meet and greet, like a one-on-one. You get to listen to the album and you meet her. I'm like, I'm in. I need to be in. So I'm like calling them. I'm like, guys, please, are like done. Don't even worry about it. So I got there and it kind of like scooted me in the back. And I waited in the audience. I brought my mom with me. And we waited in the audience. And she came out and she was just so amazing and just so fabulous as she always is. And she sat and she talked with everybody. She took questions. She was talking about what inspired her to write certain songs and, you know, the kind of mood that she created in the studio when she was there. And we all took pictures. And I, like the dork that I am, like I told you, I'm multiracial. And I went up to her. I'm like, you're mixed like I am. You're such an inspiration. And like I pointed at my mom, and she looked at me like, what? She was just like, I cannot believe you just said that. And I was crying. Literally crying, like tears came out of my eyes, and I was like, oh no. Like after the whole thing was said and done, I took my picture, I walked away, and I was like, I just cried, like, oh man, really? But
it's
like,
Mariah Carey. It's understandable.
Exactly. I was like, I don't care. I freaking love her, and it doesn't even matter. Like that was a moment for me that I will never, ever, ever forget.
Now, you mentioned that you're multiracial, and now you're almost multi-religious with your husband. I can't, like, I can't even keep up with
who's
you.
My husband? Hold on a second. Who's my husband?
Mr. Gold, oh my God, why can't I think of his name? Ricardo. Yes
Roberto?
or no? Did I get my research wrong?
I am not married. If I was married, I think I would know.
Oh my goodness, I got my research wrong. I thought it said on your Facebook page you were married.
No, I'm dating, not married.
Oh, you're like, I am never getting married, honey. Oh my God. I'm like, wait a minute, no, you have a husband. Your Facebook, I mean, if it's on Facebook, it's got to be official.
I'm like, I think I would know if I was.
Oh, my Lanta. So, okay, so you're the Goldstein. I thought he was the Goldstein.
Yes, that's my last name.
Okay, so the Jewish heritage is there.
Yes, it is.
So you're Cuban, Jewish. What else are
Caribbean.
you?
I'm Caribbean. My mom's side, yeah, I'm Antiguan.
Oh, my
Antiguan,
God.
Panamanian, so yeah, it's all up in there.
Yeah, you're a swirl, for sure.
I am rainbow sprinkled cookies, absolutely.
Okay. All right, so with your boyfriend, how long have you guys been together?
Actually, this January we made 4 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And, well, listen, honey, we have a whole segment coming up next. Matt's single, so I'm trying to figure it out for myself.
I don't understand why you're single. You're freaking fabulous. Anyone out there listening to this, he is fabulous, amazing. You should be dating him.
I'm saying, thank you. I'm going to put that as my ringer. Thanks for calling Matt from Reina. Date him. He's fabulous. But
you are fabulous.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my goodness, I'm blushing now, Reina. But how do you balance your personal life and your professional career? Have you found a balance yet? Are you still working on it?
Yeah, I've definitely found a balance. Most of my friends are out of the industry.
Okay.
So it's kind of easy to just, have a normal life and just like going shopping and hanging out and doing stuff. And my boyfriend, again, he's out of the industry as well. So it's kind of like when I come home, I can kind of take off the fake lashes and just be, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't have to be on all the time. But, when I'm out, it's work.
Right.
It's amazing work, and it's what I love to do. Like I eat, live, breathe music.
Right.
But, there can be a balance, and I think, everyone who's been in this industry for a while can actually find that balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, another question we had was, I can't ask you that one. Oh my goodness, people, you're crazy. You don't even want to know. It's very controversial.
Really?
Yeah, you ready? Matt, ask, what do you think of the Tan Mom song? No
well, What do I think of the Tan Mom?
We love Adam Barta. We're both,
Well,
very,
you know what? He and I talk about this kind of stuff all the time.
I know,
so
I do too.
I probably would not be saying anything that he wouldn't know already.
Yeah,
from
true.
my 20-minute Reina rant as we're like driving somewhere. So he's very well aware of who I am. You can't be my friend and be around me for more than 5 minutes and not be well aware of who I am.
Exactly.
So, Tan Mom. It's an interesting song. She seems like a very interesting woman.
I know, it's painful. It's painful. Some of the questions even I get asked, I'm like, oh my God, how do I answer this?
Kind of like, what do you think about it?
I just, like I've told him, it's almost like a dare for half the people that he works with. Like, I dare you to do this. And he does it.
It's curious. But you know what? Adam knows I love him.
Yeah, I love him too.
And he's doing him, and it works. It doesn't work. It's out there. You know what I mean? No,
He's on TMZ. We got to give him that.
You know what? As long as they spell your name right, work it.
Exactly. Exactly. So what's next for you in your musical direction, in your life? Like, what can people, expect from you, or what, are you taking time off?
I'm definitely in the studio with, I'm in the studio with Razor and Guido, Long Island boys.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing some stuff overseas. I've
Awesome.
kind of been stashed away, kind of writing, like popping up every now and then, going to an event. And I'm doing a couple of fundraisers, like June 21st. I'm going to be doing a fundraiser in Brooklyn and Bensonhurst for a church, and it's going to be kind of on KTU, and it's all this kind of stuff. So, and it's a fundraiser for the youth in the neighborhood. And then on the 23rd of that same weekend, I'm going to be helping out John Parker, who's an old friend of mine from Robbins, who's now a promo only, and he's doing stuff for Dance for Diabetes, which is out on the island.
Okay.
And Dance for a Cure, and to pretty much bring awareness to what's going on. And that's the kind of thing that I like to do. For every 50 club shows that are going on or whatever, it's nice to give back to the community.
Agreed.
And I'm always doing stuff. I'm going to be getting involved in another cancer walk happening in October. And, my mom and my dad both are survivors. So,
That's
it's something
awesome.
that's very near and dear and close to my heart. So anything that I can do to help, I'm always involved and doing stuff in the community. And again, like I said, I'm writing, I'm in the studio, and I'm never gone for too long.
No. And then when you do come back, it's like the reinvention of Reina. It's like, yes. It's like fierceness, like with the glitter dress, the boobs are up, and you're ready to go.
The girls are always up and ready to party.
What advice would you give for aspiring musicians and recording artists, that are trying to create their own, carve out their own path in the music industry and on the grind, trying to make it? What kind of advice do you have for them?
It's so tough because, when I started, it's like you have to know someone who knows somebody to get to the A&R or whatever. At this point, and with the world the way that it is, you can just throw something up on YouTube,
Right.
and it's kind of quick like that. So I just say stay true to your artistry, stay true to who you are, never compromise. And again, it's very different out there. It's a very different world out there now. You can get discovered walking down the street humming a tune. So it's very different, and people always have their eyes and ears open at all times. And I don't know, again, just stay true to your artistry, stay true to who you are. Write from an honest place, perform from an honest place, because if it's not real, people can see through that.
Right.
So I mean, that's my only advice. Just stay true to you.
Awesome. Well, Reina, thank you so very much for being a guest on my show this Friday. Do you have any epic plans for Memorial Day weekend?
No, I'm kind of staying low-key and just being with my family and hanging out. That's about it.
Hey, listen, family time is good times.
I love family time.
Awesome. Guys, you can find her music on iTunes. Also, her Facebook page is facebook.com/reina.music. You can follow her on Twitter at Reina Music, all one word. Guys, please check out her music. You'll, trust me, as soon as you hear the first like 5 beats, can we play that song again, Christine? As soon as you hear the first 5 beats, you're like, oh my God, I love that jam. I know, because it was everybody's summer anthem, okay? So please, you can get it back on your iPod. You can download it on iTunes. All her music is available there. You can also find her on YouTube under Reina Music as well. Reina, once again, thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you again at the next event.
Absolutely.
We're going to work it out.
Oh, yes, you will.
Thank you so much again, Reina, for calling in. Guys, we're going to go and come right back. Please stay tuned. You're watching In or Out, pun intended, here on InRavio.com.
Shotgun Sound Studios of New York. Professional sound reinforcements. We rent sound system 100 to 20,000 watts. Monitors, side fills, in-ear monitors, separate monitor mixes. Drum mics. Digital mixing consoles up to 32 tracks. JBL, EV, Behringer, PreSonus. Over 40 years of experience. Shotgun Sound Studios of New York. Phone 1-800-HEY-DUDE for more info.
InRavio.com.
Stay in tune guitar strings. Guitar strings, bass strings, polish and accessories. Stay in tune guitar strings. Akron, Ohio. www.sitstrings.com.
Hanging with the cool kids at InRavio.com.
This is Brian Gallo, and you should tune in to Backwater Alternative Radio 7 to 9 Saturday nights on InRavio.com.
Mauritius Bay Diner and Restaurant. Steaks, chops, wraps, breakfast skillets. The Mauritius Bay, 62 Montauk Highway in Mauritius, New York. 878-6827. The Mauritius Bay Diner and Restaurant in New York.
I get so lost.
Oil City Skate Park, Long Island's only indoor skate park. Skateboarding, BMX, inline skating, open 7 days a week. Nearly 150 decks by Baker, Flip, Girl, Chocolate, Real, Plan B, Crimson, Zero, Element, DGK, Bogata, and more. The best in tees, hoodies, wallets, trucks, wheels, bearings, t-shirts, hats, and DVD. New York's largest Santa Cruz dealer. Introducing Jark Skateboards, Europe's best-selling deck. Oil City Skate Park, 3565 Maple Court, Oceanside, New York. Phone 516-442-0706 or go to www.oilcitysk8.com for more info. InRavio.com. Internet, radio, TV. InRavio.com. Broadcasting to 6.8 billion people. Streaming 24/7. InRavio.com.
And we're back. Hi, guys. I have Bonnie here. I'm finally getting her in front of the camera on my show.
Yay!
She is from Two Guys and a Chick on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock. They talk about all the crazy, awkward news. You need to tune in. What was this week?
Actually, we skipped it this week.
What was last week? You were live with me last week.
Yes. Oh God, last week, what did we have?
Cartoons.
Yes.
Yes, they brought back all the cartoons. But guys, they talk about everything from the Pope to crazy music to the most stupid news you can possibly imagine, and they cover it.
My favorite are the criminals who hide nasty things in nasty places.
God bless them. So, as you know, guys, for the past few weeks, I've been doing this segment called Matt's Single. And dear God, it's still the truth. So, let's see if we can get any more helpful advice. Guys, if you want to join us in the chat, feel free to enter in your questions, or if you have any comments on what we're about to discuss, because these tend to be a little controversial. But now, we want to know, you're on a date, we're liking the guy, and then he's just a little bit too honest. He's talking about like just things that it's just like, all right, like TMI type of thing. How do we handle that? Do we like let him know, like, all right, let's take a step back? Or do you just like politely smile and giggle and like try to move on?
Depends on how much I like him. You know, if I really, really like him, you try to find a way to not pay attention to that.
Yeah, and just try to divert it, right?
Yeah, but if you're kind of on the fence there, you kind of like him, but you're not really sure you like him, use the opportunity to make fun of
Like,
him.
what if he's like talking to you, like, I went for a jog today, you know, I'm trying to get in shape, blah, 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 but I am chafed to hell. Like, I'm just sorry, it's not you, I don't have crabs, I'm just chafed. Like, that's TMI.
Well, I don't know. See, that one doesn't bother me. If he told me his testicle fell out his shorts, that would be a different thing.
We always love a good ball slip here, pun intended. If you have a picture, be sure to send it. What's your email, Christine? Okay, so since we've already talked about the ball slip, what happens? Okay, so this happens to guys sometimes. And I swear to God, it's not on purpose. It's just our makeup. But we pop a boner, we pitch a tent. Like, what happens if, like, I mean, I've happened to me before. I guess, obviously, then you know I like the guy. But, so I just know how to cross my legs or, like, you know, fidget around and, like, tuck it and put my jacket over it or something. But what happens if you see it? Like, you're like, oh, hi, you are happy to see me. That is not your keys. How do we handle that?
I'm mean.
Really? Yes, tell me.
I draw attention to it.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
What are you gonna be like, what is this? What is this? What is this?
Basically. Hello.
Now, we like the guy. We see he's hard up for us. Mm-hmm. Like, you're gonna say something. Is it time to leave? Is that what
basically, yeah. I mean, if I like him that much,
right.
Yeah, like, I guess you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Now, what if you're not into him?
Oh, if you're not into him, then they use that opportunity to make fun of him.
Oh, you're all about the demasculation process.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Okay, so now, something that creeps me out, and a lot of us in general, that moment when you're like clenching, you're like, oh God, I gotta poo, and you're out in public. I'm not a pooper in public.
No.
Like,
I don't like public
with
bathrooms.
Girls, like, and it's funny, like when I go to a bar or something and it's like a unisex bathroom, or like at a restaurant, it's like, you know, one of those tiny dives or whatever, and you know, whatever, I'll just like pee or whatever. And then like a girl's next in line, I'm like, listen, honey, you're gonna have to hover, because that is just a mess. You can't really hover and poo.
No,
it's just, there's too much work involved. So like, how do we escape that situation where you gotta poo? Do we end the date, or do we just like pray for the best and go poo?
First date or a little ways in?
Let's start with first date, and then we'll go to a little ways in.
First date, you have to find someplace that you're comfortable. You know, I'm not feeling well. You know, some way to end it early, I guess. You're, you know, a little ways in, you can tell them, I gotta go.
We gotta go home. Honey, this isn't gonna be cute. Thanks for Mexican, but...
You're about to see it again.
Okay, so now let's talk about, like, all right, so we're at a concert. That's a great date night. You know, the weather's getting good. Jones Beach Amphitheater is opening up. They have a huge concert series going on. So we're at the concert. We're getting a little tipsy. We're dancing to whoever the heck is there for that night. Hopefully Bon Jovi. Plug to Bon Jovi. You can come on the show anytime you want, buddy. I'll stop everything. I'll even stay late. Anyway, so we're at a Bon Jovi concert. We gotta pee. Fine, we go and pee. Then we get like a hot dog, and we get like, you know, a pretzel, and then we gotta poop. What do we do? I'm gonna poop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna poop. Christine, are you gonna poop?
Why do you come to me for this one?
Because it's an interesting one.
Interesting to who?
To me. Because, like, I'm a guy.
Oh, you have to bring her mic up.
Which one?
The control room one. 7.
Control room 7. Oh, Christine, now you are live.
Am I really?
Ooh,
Yes,
talk
I
to
am.
me dirty, yes. Okay, so, like, seriously, like, this happens. Like, we have to go to the bathroom.
So go to the bathroom.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're gonna poop at, well, I'll poop at Bon Jovi, but if I'm at the
Just don't
Olive
throw
Garden,
it at him and you'll be fine.
Yeah, but if I'm at, like, the Olive Garden for dinner.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
See, I don't know. I'd be more likely to go with the Olive Garden. It's cleaner.
Instead of, like, Miss Sonolay.
Well, no, I mean as opposed to say Jones Beach Theater,
Let's see.
Yeah.
because that's
Thing is-
disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to survey your circumstances there and outweigh the risk. I mean, obviously you're into it if you're bringing this person to a concert. I'm not going to plunk down money for Bon Jovi tickets for the first date. Absolutely not.
Oh no.
Yeah, so at this point you're obviously already in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about like first date or like epic dates. Like we're like something creative, kind of romantic, but not like overkill. Like where would you take them?
Oh.
Or do you expect the guy to always plan the dates? Because sometimes they're really not good at it.
Yeah, that's true. They're not sometimes. I generally expect them to plan it though. If it's something special, you know, like an anniversary or something,
birthday,
yeah, then I would plan it. But no, I'm not a big one for planning dates.
No.
No.
What is the like one of the best dates Chuck's taken you on?
We went to a lot of concerts.
Yeah, you guys are music people for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah, we went to a lot of concerts. We actually went to Colorado to go to a concert.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's so cute. See, I'm not like the type of guy like taking a blanket to the beach. I don't want sand. It bothers me. And then it ends up in places you don't need it for after the date. And it's just like, now we're talking about chafing. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't need sandpapered balls. Like, this is not working for me. But, okay, so the beach is off. But, like, I think the dinner in a movie is so cliche.
It is. And you can't talk to them during the
No,
movie.
Exactly. And dinner, all right, yeah, so you can have a but then, like, afterwards, it's like, all right, do we go for another drink? Like, what do we do? Ooh, we got a caller.
No, it's,
Another hang up. Oh, by the way, guys, I have to tell you, I lost my phone. Well, somebody stole my phone and my wallet.
I know,
want
I
to
heard.
thank. Here we go. I want to thank Anthony from New York, New York, for mailing me. I'm covering my address. Mailing me my wallet. I got it today. A huge thank you to you.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes, and everything is actually inside it. So I want to give him a huge shout out and a thank you. Now, whoever has my iPhone, you're in deep, deep doo-doo. But I have Find My iPhone, people. I'll find you. But now, what if you're on your date and you lose your wallet and it's like, crap, I have no money,
that's bad.
right?
Yes, that's
Like,
bad.
I would, like, if somebody pulled that on me, I'd be like, bull crap. Like,
Exactly.
you just didn't bring your wallet.
Right.
You're broke. You're a joke.
Yeah, exactly. You're scum. You're a loser. Oh, you better hope you're at a place where they know you well. So you can
Yes.
say, I'll come back and pay you tomorrow.
Exactly. I also wanted to ask your opinion on something. These people that we talked about in entertainment news, Billy Joel. It was actually my first concert I ever went to in my life, and it was at Nassau Coliseum. I absolutely loved it, and it was supposedly going to be his last tour. Obviously now he's like being, can I say that word on air? I'll write it.
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay, he's being a prick, and he's like, you know, he's not always the most faithful husband. He's not really a great person that we all thought he was. But now, like, having this thing about him, like, basically he's just, like, telling everyone to go, like, screw themselves, and that he's, like, the shiznit of shiznits.
Yes, he really does think very highly of himself.
Yes, and I think it's a party of one. I think it's a party of one. But don't you find that, like, Long Island especially, the guys get a bad rap in general? But besides him, for being like a prick, but like guys on Long Island, when they're on TV, they're always portrayed as like douchey, you know? Like, how else do you explain it? Like, we're not Guidos, we're not Staten Island, we're not New Jersey, but Long Island. We're known as like alcoholics. We're always falling over bridges. We're, you know.
Yeah, you're right. We're not really known for anything good.
Except for the Hamptons, but those people don't live here.
True.
So, I mean, but how hard was it for you to find a good, solid man that you're with now on Long Island? And what kind of luck are we going to have?
I actually fell into it. We worked together.
Okay.
We worked in.
So dating co-workers is okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not working in the
Side
same,
by side.
right, that's bad. That's
Yeah.
bad. But I worked in the office, he worked in the manufacturing part of the place, and it was fine.
Okay. Christine, want to go out?
Sure.
We can date the same guy.
That's perfectly fine with me.
And that's something off your bucket list.
Yes, it is. Wait, you have a twin?
Just a mirror.
All right, that works. Cross another item off.
All right, guys. If you have any awkward stories or any crazy single advice and you think I need it, which I obviously do, please feel free to email me at talkshow@onlymattmartin.com. Also, if you want tickets to come to the show, we can have you talk with us on air. Please, again, everything's at talkshow@onlymattmartin.com. If you want to show guests, if you want to be here and give me some crazy advice. What else do I ask people for? I don't ask you for money, so. I'm sorry, I'm being.
Casting.
Oh, casting. We're also casting for Good Morning Long Island. And if you also want to be on a panel here, we're looking for you too. So if you've never had on-air experience, that's okay. We can teach you. But also, if you have a fun personality, you're from Long Island, you're local, you know a lot about Long Island, you have a great fresh perspective, and you want your chance to be on air, we'd love to have you. Send your picture. If you have a video reel, that'd be great, and a resume to talkshow at castings@onlymattmartin.com. I'm sorry, it's Friday, guys. I'm excited. We're gonna go and we're gonna come right back. We have the out-hole of the week. And also, I'm going to let you know it's Memorial Day weekend. There is a caboodle things to do on Long Island this weekend. So I'm going to read off a quick list for you. And then I want you to come and see me tonight at 89 North in Patchogue for the Long Island Music Festival. I'll be there as one of the judges. So I'd love to have you guys come down. We can have a cocktail or 2 or 3. It is Friday. And also, we got some announcements for you, what's going on here at inravio.com. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Rich's Bay Realty, celebrating 50 years. If you're selling or listing your home, land, or business, call Moriches Bay Realty of Moriches, Long Island, New York. Contact Jerry at 631-878-0003 or go to MorichesBayRealty.com for more info.
InRavio.com.
Hey, dude, it's me again. You know, Village Music Shop in Mastic. Anyway, you all know my dog, Mr. Big. Yeah. Well, dudes and dudettes, Village Music Shop has been in business for over 37 years, serving musicians with the best products and service around. Wow. They have private lessons on all instruments and in all styles of music in their new state-of-the-art digital teaching studios, with the excellent sales and service of guitars, drums, school band instruments, amps, PAs, as well as sheet music, books, and accessories. Basically, dudes, everything musical. Right, Big? Yeah. Chill out. Village Music has rentals on all instruments, even PA systems for your parties and barbecues. Oh, cool. Dudes, Village Music Shop never has a sale on stuff because every day our prices are lower than all the competition. Stores, internet, whatever, guaranteed. Yeah. So come to Village Music Shop, 1495 Montauk Highway in Mastic. Phone 1-800-HEY-DUDE. Anyway.
Broadcasting worldwide. InRavio.com.
Hi, this is Leo from This Week in Sports with Tom and Leo. Join us Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. on InRavio.com, broadcasting to the world.
Oil City Skate Park, Long Island's only indoor skate park. Skateboarding, BMX, inline skating, open 7 days a week. Nearly 150 decks by Baker, Flip, Girl, Chocolate, Real, Plan B, Crimson, Zero, Element, DGK, Bogata, and more. The best in tees, hoodies, wallets, trucks, wheels, bearings, t-shirts, hats, and DVD. New York's largest Santa Cruz dealer. Introducing Jark Skateboards, Europe's best-selling deck. Oil City Skate Park, 3565 Maple Court, Oceanside, New York. Phone 516-442-0706 or go to www.oilcitysk8.com for more info.
Hey, this is Dan Jacobson, the host of Dear Dad. You can listen to me here Thursdays from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. You're listening to InRadio.com, broadcasting to the world.
We're back. Guys, I got an announcement for you. I'm going to be at 89 North tonight, starting at 8:30 in Patchogue. That was the graphic up there, so you guys can come and see me. I'll be at the Long Island. Oh, wait, ready? I have it right here. It's sponsored by Good Times Magazine, a good friend of our show here. Can you see that? Yes. So the Long Island Music Festival, you can see me there starting tonight at 8:30. I would love to see you. It's 89 North Music Venue. Okay, sold. Now, Aaron Lewis is coming to the Emporium in Patchogue, Long Island, New York as well, Thursday, June 13th at 8 p.m. And here at InRavio, we've got tickets for you. So click on the Win Now link on the homepage or the Contest Enter to Win tab, and you can get your chance to win some tickets. You can log on to theemporiumny.com for a complete listing of all the shows coming up this summer. Also on our contest tab, you can look up all the things that we're giving away tickets to. But this just in, Aaron Lewis is coming to the Emporium Thursday, June 13th at 8 p.m. So if you want to win a pair of tickets, hello, that's easy, okay? Cool beans. All right, so it's Memorial Day weekend. I told you where I'm going to be tonight. Sunday, I'm going to be on the gay mecca, Fire Island. You can see me at Cherry Grove between the hours of 12 to 5, and then after that, I'm going to be sunglassed, hat on, because I don't want anyone to recognize me, because I'm going to be a mess. But there's a lot of other things to do if you don't want to be with me and the LGBTQ people. On Saturday, May 25th, the Navy and Marine helicopter landing at Eisenhower Park on Merrick Avenue and Park Boulevard. That is going to be happening between, starts at 10 a.m., and the Marine landing will be at 12 noon. So that is out at Eisenhower Park. That could be something really cool. And then Memorial Day weekend celebration at the Montauk Point Lighthouse out on Montauk Highway in Montauk from 10:30 to 7:30 on Saturday and Sunday, and from 10:30 to 4:30 on Monday. You can find out more information about that at montauklighthouse.com. Then, over at Jones Beach this Saturday and Sunday, it's their 10th anniversary of the Bethpage Air Show in Wantagh at the Jones Beach State Park. This year's lineup will include Royal Canadian CF-18s and civilian performers like the B-17 Yankee Lady, the Pride of the Yankee Air Museum, Geico Sculptors, and more. This is a free event, but the standard parking fee is $10 per vehicle, and that will apply. So it's going to be $10 because you can't walk to Jones Beach unless you're like a triathlon person. Corporate hospitality suites are also available for a fee. You guys can find out all the information you need on that. It's at jonesbeachairshow.com. Really easy. Just a heads up, guys, you can't bring any pets, alcohol, or kites, okay? And they also said it's a good idea to bring some earplugs because the planes can be loud. So if you're bringing your kids, make sure you have something for them, just so you know they're not startled and stuff. But like I said, jonesbeachairshow.com. You can find out all the information on it. And that is this weekend on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 3. On Sunday, Southampton Hospital is having their annual Memorial Day weekend party. This year's theme is Singapore Fling. It's going to be an evening of cocktails, hors d'oeuvres, a silent auction, dinner and dancing, all to benefit the West Hampton Primary Care Center. It's going to be from 6:30 to midnight at the West Hampton Country Club on Patunk Lane in West Hampton Beach. Tickets start at $250 a person. Well, they range from $125 to $250. I'm sorry. Tickets must be purchased in advance. So if this is something you'd be interested in doing, you can call area code 631-726-8700, or you can email klucas@southamptonhospital.org. You can probably go to their website too, southamptonhospital.org. I'm sure they'll have information for you there. So that could be something fun to do Sunday. Now, Monday, while most of us are off of work, there's other things to do as well. The annual Mineola Memorial Day Parade and ceremonies at Wilson Park, which is on the corners of Westbury Avenue and Liberty Avenue. The parade starts at 11 and will proceed west on Westbury Avenue. And it'll end up on, I can never do Nassau County names. Marcellus Road to Memorial Park, and there will be a ceremony there. So if you want to take the kiddies out to the parade, it starts at 11 o'clock. That's the Mineola Memorial Day Parade. Also on Monday, Valley Stream's annual Memorial Day Parade starts at 9:30 a.m. at Wheeler Road and Rockaway Parkway. It will go through the Valley Stream Business District on Rockaway Avenue, and it will end at the Village Green. There will be a ceremony following the parade at the Veterans Memorial at Hicks Street and West Valley Stream Boulevard. Guys, there's going to be parades all weekend. It's a big drinking weekend, so please don't drink and drive. Call a cab, call AAA, call somebody. And if you know you're going to be drinking, don't even drive there. We have plenty of public transportation. There's also those 1-800 numbers for a free cab. Drinking and driving is not cool. No pun intended. Please do not drink and drive this weekend. You can be sure that there will be cop checkpoints all over Long Island. So if you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're staying in and you're having people over, make sure they don't leave your house drunk, because you are responsible for that, okay? Just a heads up, just a reminder, because I don't want to see you as next week's Outhole of the Week. So let's segue into Outhole of the Week. We had her on a couple of weeks back when she was found guilty of murdering her boyfriend by stabbing him and shooting him. Miss Jodi Arias is in the news again. We talked about this before with Christine. She actually, enlightened me on this. I'm going to need you on this one. But she was saying how she wanted the death penalty before she was even sentenced, if I'm correct, right? And because that was her ultimate freedom. And that's, what she wanted. Now, she doesn't want the death penalty.
I don't think she ever did.
I got to turn you on.
Now who's talking dirty to who?
Okay, so, so now she doesn't want the death penalty.
I don't think she ever did. I don't remember if I said this to you on air or off air, but I don't think she ever did. I really think it was a trick. Oh, yeah, kill me, because she knows all the pro-life people are going to come out in droves to keep her from getting the death penalty.
Right, and now it's more of she wants to give back to the community. And
she doesn't know what she wants. All she knows is that she's sorry she got caught and she doesn't want to die for it.
I agree. I mean, but this cracked me up when I found this out. Let me just recap for you guys. She stabbed and slashed her former husband 30 times, slit his throat from ear to ear, shot him in the forehead in what prosecutors described as a jealous rage after he wanted to end their affair.
That's self-defense, right? Wasn't that her first story? Yeah, that's completely self-defense.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's delusional. But
no
now
kidding.
She wants to donate her hair. She wants to do all this.
Really?
Really?
That's her way of giving back to the community? You're going to donate your hair to what? To Locks of Love?
Yeah, there's no love behind those locks.
No.
But now, is she going to be able to appeal this case?
What, Jody?
Yeah.
Appeal it on what grounds?
Right, but
what?
you know,
Oh wait, I want them to find me innocent. Let's have another trial.
Exactly. But you know what I mean? Like, let's say we put her out, she gets the death penalty. It's going to take like 5 to 10 years before they actually.
Oh yeah, because
juice
there's
her.
always appeals and
Right,
what they think is new evidence, or this
Right.
one did this, or that one didn't do this, or chain of custody, or something. There will be an appeal. She will not die quickly.
Right.
But eventually, I really don't think she's going to escape the death penalty, regardless of
But
what
now
she
the
does or
jury
doesn't
is
want.
Like they're hung. They can't make a decision.
Yeah, because it's a matter of, does she really, what do we do to make our conscience better? Is she playing us? Do I really believe that she should die for this? Absolutely. But, if I'm on that jury, do I really believe that she'll die for this? And
Now, does
what
the
if she
jury
didn't
get
do it?
influenced by? As far as I've never been on jury duty, so I can't really speak for this. But they're not supposed to be influenced by outside press and stuff like that.
No, in
so
a case
they have
like
no idea
this-
that she's even said these things, right?
If she said them in the courtroom, in front of the jury, regardless of whether or not the jury
can
was
be
instructed to
stricken.
forget that
Right,
remark,
exactly.
they were still exposed to it. As far as juries not being allowed to have contact with the media or anything, that's in higher profile cases. So in this case, much like the O.J. Simpson case, the jury would have been sequestered, and they wouldn't have been allowed to speak to their families or outside media or anything like that, because it could influence their opinion of the case.
Exactly. Well, you know what? I don't know what I want. I don't know if I want her to just suffer in jail for the rest of her life. But I also don't know if it's fair for the Arizona taxpayers to keep her alive. I don't know if she, I don't know how I feel about the death penalty. Sometimes I'm all for it, sometimes I'm against it. But there's reasons why we have juries. So I'm just hoping that the jury is going to make the ultimate decision. I hope they make a decision that they can go to peace and have peace within themselves for.
Well, when it comes to a death penalty case, it's actually a separate jury. There's a jury that sentences her, and then there's a jury that decides whether or not she gets the death
Capital
penalty.
sentence jury.
Yeah, there's a special selection process for
This
a death
girl
penalty case.
has her mind on.
Forensic psychology major.
There we
Believe it
go.
or not, I would have been one of those people who had to question you to see if, yeah, you should definitely go with this one. They're all for the death penalty, or these are the
Right.
type of witnesses you want or jurors you want. Yeah.
Right.
I would have helped you stack the deck. But
I love it.
I don't know. As far as she's concerned, I fully believe in the death penalty as a punishment for this case. I don't think the only way I think prison would be a punishment for her is if she would get given solitary confinement. That's the only way I can see this being a punishment for her. And should we essentially stick her in the bad girl corner for the next 50 years of her life? I don't know. She does not seem remorseful at all about this.
Well,
And,
do you think that she, at this point, still believes she's innocent?
I don't think she ever believed she was
right,
innocent.
but is that what she's trying to portray?
Most likely. Honestly, pretty much it's, I feel bad I got caught. Let me try this. Oh, wait, that didn't work. Let me try this. Oh, wait, that didn't work. I'm running out of options, and I really, really don't want them to give me the death penalty. So let me try telling them that I want them. Let me try a little reverse psychology on it, and it's not happening. She's just throwing anything at the wall to see if it sticks to save her own ass.
I'm reading the tweets right now. We're actually getting a huge response from this. I can't say that word on air, guys.
Most likely not, no.
She's just elongating the inevitable. She's completely lame and needs to get over the fact that no one believes her. You guys, I can't say some of these things on air, so can we make them a little
Yes, PG
PG-13?
rating, people.
Yeah.
PG rating.
But regardless, the overwhelming response is death penalty. Some people, one person said, Gerald J. said, let her suffer her life and realize what she's, for the rest of her life, and let her realize what she's
But
done.
here's the thing. She's not unaware of what she did. She knows what she did, and she does not feel remorseful at all for taking another human's life. And that, I feel, should be the difference between whether or not somebody's even eligible for the death penalty. If you do something, if it really is a jealous rage, you're going to feel terrible about it.
Yeah.
No matter what you say or do, or if the jury finds you're innocent or guilty, you're still going to carry that guilt and that depression with you the rest of your life.
Right.
She's just sorry she got caught.
Yeah.
There's nothing remorseful about this. So therefore, she's not going to feel bad about what she did. Doesn't matter if she sits in jail for 6 months or 60 years. She's never going to feel bad. She wants people to feel
What
bad
I'm just
for her,
afraid of
which is a
like,
difference.
After like 40, 50 years,
What you mean, like eligibility for parole? You mean?
yeah, that type of thing.
In a death penalty case, it's rare that they'll either give you the death penalty or they'll give you life in prison. It's rare that they'll give you life with parole, especially with something like this.
Right.
I mean, it all depends on the state,
Well,
it
this
all
is
depends on the
saying
juries and all that, but it's rare that they're going to parole somebody if they were considering the death penalty for them.
Well, in this article, it was from Fox News. It says prosecutors have the option to take the death penalty off the table, in which case a new trial wouldn't be necessary, as the judge would determine whether to sentence Arias to spend her entire life behind bars or life with the possibility of release after 25 years.
Really? They're actually going to do that?
Yeah. Should the state decide to seek death penalty again, jury selection alone could take weeks, given the difficulty of seating an impartial panel in a case that has attracted global attention,
Believe
which
it or
is
not,
absolutely true.
with
But
all
if
of my
she can
classes-
get 25 years with the opportunity for release,
That's insane.
especially when
seriously.
the death penalty's been on the table.
See, I don't think that's one of those things you can really pull back on. You know, it's like, okay, you did something serious enough that we're considering killing you over it if you're found to have actually done what people say you did.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, never mind, you go sit in the bad girl corner for a while, and now it's all right. It's like, really? Life in prison or the death penalty in this case. And I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody. I welcome your tweets. I'm on there too.
Listen,
you know?
we're all about everybody's opinion.
Yeah.
Here. Everybody can say whatever
I'm
they
saying
want.
I will
That's
welcome
what
a
the
healthy
show's
debate with
for.
anybody, so don't take your anger at me out on Matt.
Right.
Honestly, I think that she should be eligible for the death penalty, and I think that she should receive it. And I can't say that about many high-profile cases. And I was fairly ignorant of this case up until you first paneled her. I was aware of it. They're like, oh yeah, you must be all over this case because your classes. And I was like, no, I don't pay attention to this.
Well, for right now, she's going to remain in the Maricopa County jail system where she's been for the past 5 years during this trial.
Yeah,
But
and watch that count as time served.
Yeah, right? But now, as of yesterday, she'll be confined to that cell for 23 hours a day and not be allowed to give any more media interviews.
Which I think is a smart idea.
Absolutely. Because they're trying to find an impartial jury at this point. But you know what?
Which is going to be exceedingly difficult.
Yes. We're running over, but guys, this is my out-hole of the week. She is a complete out-hole. She's a complete whatever you want her to be.
A word, B word, C word. Just keep
C
going.
Word, D word. Let's just go through the alphabet. We can do it for this one. So this is why she's a repeat offender on my out-hole of the week segment, guys. But thank you so much. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Reina for calling in today. I hope you guys have had a fun time learning more about her and getting to know her on a more personal level. I always love when I see her out at events and when she's performing. She always just brings me right back. We have an amazing lineup coming up for you guys in the coming weeks. Like I said, if you have an event or you have a show idea, if you want to be on the show, please feel free to email me at talkshow@onlymattmartin.com. This is a show for the people, by me. I want your input just as much as you get mine. Also, I want to thank everyone that was in the chat box for your wonderful comments and questions. I really appreciate it, and for your tweets. I totally love you guys. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/onlymattmartin, Twitter @onlymattmartin, and also follow us here at InRavio @InRavio. Real simple stuff, guys. So much happening this weekend. I really hope you guys are safe. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, and remember those that made it possible for us to be here today. So salute to you, salute to my staff, salute to everybody that's out this weekend being safe and responsible. Come see me tonight at 89 North in Patchogue, and I'll be on Fire Island, Cherry Grove this Sunday if you guys want to stop by. So great show, guys, today. So much fun. Love talking to you all. I will see you again next week. Thank you for watching In or Out, pun intended, here on InRavio.com.
Back to the music in 60 seconds.
If you want to increase business, you've got to advertise. Contact Resonant Voiceovers for an effective, affordable commercial spot. Our production, audio, and editing personnel will create top-quality recordings to promote your business.